to the Best Damn Podcast. I am your host, John Keene. As always, I would like to thank you guys for joining me. Ask that you please add follow and check us out Instagram, Facebook at Best Damn Podcast, Twitter at The Real Best Damn, and wherever you're watching from, please make sure to hit the like, give us a thumbs up, let me know what you think, and please share this. Help us to get it out there the way new people can find us, new people can see. Let's see if we can get this thing going. This is really just a test run here for, there we go. We got some people coming in now. I think I titled this one, Is AI God of This World? Is AI God of This World? We're going to talk about magic, manipulation, dark forces, all types of things tonight. So let's see if we can get a few people. Live button. So it is what it is. We'll just go ahead and start with it wherever it is, I guess. But I feel like what is really, brought me to even talk about this is just a lot of the things that I've been witnessing lately. And I don't know if you guys have, in fact, seen any of this yourself, when it comes to, I don't know what platforms you guys partake in. I myself, I watch all different platforms when it comes to like consuming content. And one of the things that I've been noticing lately is just how much artificial intelligence has been integrated into our platforms and what's being pushed at us. Blessings. Nice to see you back, ass words, weird world. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you guys. And we're going to talk about a few different things too tonight. And hopefully, you guys let me know if you can see me and hear me and all that good stuff. If I'm coming through clear. I think I'm only streaming on YouTube tonight. But I will put this on the other platforms after I get it up. I just wanted to jump on here and see if I could even get the thing streaming. See Grace Heart. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you guys. Hopefully we're not glitching and all that stuff. Sometimes when I go from YouTube, especially when I do it from mobile, it seems like I get like a lot of glitching and weird shit, at least anymore, but we're going to magic, manipulation, and so much more, because to me it all goes kind of hand in hand. It all really goes together, when we think about the entire scheme of things and the state of the world. And I just want to say happy holidays to everybody that's out there watching. Anybody who catches this on the flip side, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you to everybody who donates and, all that good stuff. I appreciate all of you. About how our reality is in fact a reflection of what we are experiencing or what is being experienced in the heavenly realms. So that means everything happens first in the spiritual realm and is then reflected or projected down here into the physical world. Well, knowing that and knowing how technology, let me know if the video and the audio is coming through clear. If you can, I don't want to do that and then be having the higher realms into the lower. Then that is a process that doesn't stop. It's a process that continues. When we look at artificial intelligence, which is in fact machine learning, what machine learning does is replicate what humans do. So what we're seeing when we look at artificial intelligence, AI, machine learning, any type of technology, we are seeing it being reflected from the physical realm into the digital world. And if you guys can please just let me know in the chat, just anybody let me know in the chat if we are, if I'm glitching or audio's good, video's good. I would really, really appreciate that. So we're seeing everything realm being projected. You guys may have heard of quantum confirmation. Now, this is something I myself have experienced, firsthand, personally, especially recently. And I don't know if a lot of other people that Audio and video is great. Thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate that. I just couldn't tell. So it's like I don't have no feedback. I'm doing this on the cell phone. So if we're seeing everything that's coming from the spiritual realms or the higher realms, the higher dimensions, good now, was a little glitchy, but seems okay now. Yeah, I don't know what is up. It's my settings or where I got it set to. I don't know why it does that, but I feel like that's why I can't really build up a lot of viewers over on YouTube. I don't know if it's just when I do YouTube or what. Thank you so much, though. I appreciate everybody for joining me. So if we see everything being mirrored from the heavenly realm, and we can talk about the law of attraction, things like that, a frequency that is attracting things into our life. This would be no different than what we are seeing. In fact, one of the things that I've been noticing, and I would really love some feedback on this one too. This is something that is still like, a work in progress. This is not something that I've like, I haven't nailed it down to a science yet, but it's something I'm working on because of a lot of the things that I myself have experienced, and a lot of other people that would consider themselves targeted individuals and things like that have also experienced through their AI feeds, their algorithms, and things like that. But have you ever heard of quantum confirmation? Quantum confirmation being life. So let's just say hypothetically I'm having a shitty day, right? I'm having really bad thoughts about myself. I'm feeling like, I'm really down on myself, or, I'm really down on the person I'm with, or I'm having a really bad experience in the physical realm. Now, what quantum confirmation is when I turn on my AI feed, when I watch TikTok, or when I watch YouTube, or when I, turn on some sort of, something is exactly what I'm experiencing. And just as we see like the law of attraction being performed, from the spiritual realm, where as if all of the thoughts that I'm thinking are attracted into my life. I follow the good feeling everywhere I go. Essentially, I'm building up on that good feeling, creating momentum, bringing me closer and closer to the places and the things and the places and the people and all of that I want to be next to in my life because of what I'm experiencing mentally, what I'm experiencing emotionally through the law of attraction. Well, AI is essentially working in the same way, right? Because it's like a mirrored reality. Everything mirrors. So if we have everything mirroring from the higher realm, the fifth dimension, or our conscious dimension into the physical, all that we are thinking, all that we are experiencing spiritually is now being mirrored into our physical reality. Well, our physical reality, which is based on that machine learning, the machine learning being artificial intelligence or AI, is now being mirrored into the quantum realm, being mirrored into technology. So then when we're having a shitty day, let's say we're having a shitty day, we're having bad thoughts about ourselves, we're down on ourselves, things are not going our way. Well, all of a sudden we turn on our YouTube feed, and what people have attributed this to data mining and all kinds of other reasons, but this is my opinion on why these things are happening. You're torn between the quantum confirmation through synchronicity, or if they are really reading my mind for real and toying with you. Hey, and I'll tell you what, and that's the thing that's kind of happened with me too. It's literally it really is something that powerful and that palpable too, where it's like you will look at your AI feed because of the machine learning and everything being quantum and in the spiritual realm, right? The law of attraction working on all facets, all dimensions. Let's just hypothetically say I feel like I'm a piece of shit today, or I'm feeling guilty about something I did or something I said. I see that being confirmed through things like I watch tarot. All of a sudden my tarot readings are confirming exactly what my thoughts are. If my thoughts are my girlfriend's cheating on me, guess what? Every tarot video I watch says how this person I'm with is cheating on me. If my thoughts talk about how I'm looking for work or I need to find a job, everything within my feed is talking about find work here, get a job there. This is quantum confirmation. This is exactly what we're experiencing in the quantum realm, because the quantum, remember AI, this is also the spiritual world, right? This is a spiritual world. No matter what density or what vibrational state we're experiencing that, we're still experiencing. It's still outside of the physical. It's still outside of the human body. Co-creation. It is co-creation in essence. So we'll kind of make people ask the question: is AI God? In the physical world, because that's what we're experiencing now. Is this quantum confirmation, or our experiences being confirmed? The things that we're thinking, not only on a spiritual level are we seeing this happen, but we're seeing it reflected into our algorithms, into our feeds. And so many people can attribute this, guys. People who know nothing about AI will tell you, like, oh, all of a sudden, I was cooking something and I needed a specific ingredients for a recipe, and my Amazon suggested, sugar to me. That, like shit like that. These are people that have no fucking clue about any of these things, yet are still experiencing this. So this is letting you know it's not just for a person that is, woke or considers himself to be awakened, or, part of the ascension process or anything like that. This is for all of us. So this makes me wonder, like, what can we do with AI to use it as a tool, really, for our betterment, right? That means that AI is not just this malevolent, dark entity that is used by the Luciferian powers that be in order to control, manipulate, and cast black magic on the masses. It actually can be used by us as well. If it's quantumly confirming my shitty thoughts about myself, or quantumly confirming the shitty parts about relationships I'm in, or, etc., then it will quantumly confirm the good things as well. Much love, Ginger. Nice to see you. Nice to see all of you guys. Kimberly, Backass Words. Thank you, all of you guys, for joining me. If it's quantumly confirming all the negativity that's going on in our life, then it could also quantumly confirm the positivity as well. So this makes me wonder too, like when we look at, things like the law of attraction, and I use that because just really lack of a better term, right? When we think about things like this, the law of attraction being the best frame of reference, what we have for what we think being made manifest into our physical reality, or our thoughts actually having the power to attract those specific experiences into our life. People will say, well, why did this happen in my life, and why did that happen in my life? Talking about bad instances or bad circumstances that took place in their life. And the truth being, a lot of times we experience things because it allows us to know what we don't want in our life. That, or at least that's one of the excuses that proponents of the law of attraction will give us. They'll say, well, you were with this type of person because of that sort or of that type. Don't speak it if you don't want it 100%. Well, I mean, I guess bottom line, wouldn't that be kind of like the underlying thing to it all? Is saying, like, whatever we are thinking, whatever we are putting, putting into action through our thoughts, to our frequency in our body, when you really think about it too. It's not just, okay, well, the powers that be are using AI algorithms to censor out anything that, reflects the truth or whatever, right? Exposes their dark works. Yeah, I guess if that's what we are all consciously believing as a collective, if we all believe as a whole that we are, powerless in the scheme of everything, if we all believe as a whole that if we speak truth, that it will be censored out away from the masses, if we go up against Big Brother, that, we have no way to affect the system, then I guess that's exactly what we would experience, because quantum confirmation says it's going to confirm the exact reality that, we are experiencing in the spiritual, right? Our vibration or our frequency is going to dictate the resonance that's experienced in the physical. It's going to dictate the experience that is experienced in, the technological, as well, through technology. So this is what it is. It's kind of looking at AI as a whole different beast, if you will. It's like now taking something that we've seen as a tool to make us powerless. And maybe this is why, if you think about it, maybe this is why people like Elon Musk and all of these quote unquote elites are now against AI. They now see AI as this dangerous thing that humanity can no longer control. And I wonder if that's why. You know, I wonder if that's why. I wonder if the reason that all of these elites are now afraid of AI, are now afraid that AI will get out of control and, do all these terrible things, it's because they've now figured out this same mirror effect that we figured out. That whatever we are experiencing in the quantum realm is going to be reflected back to us. So if the masses now begin to believe that by shining light on something, just don't know who's coming in. Well, and I see what you're saying. I used to believe the same way. When I would look at like technology in particular, I would think, artificial intelligence was allowing, this sentient entity into our reality, or access into our reality. But we have to understand that, you know, um, if these entities are a thing of what we have learned about through the spiritual realm, let's take the jinn, the genie, archons, for example. Um, these jinn or these genie or these archons from spiritual learning and spiritual teachings, they do not have the ability to create themselves, right? They don't have the ability to create themselves. They need someone like us. They need someone with the ability to actually create that divine spark, to actually create and manifest reality. So when we're looking at jinn and genies and things of that sort, we're looking at something that's actually taking what is already created or what is already made manifest by us, and then they're taking that creation and then they're manipulating what has already been created. They're taking what has already been made manifest, and they are either, manipulating that and shifting that into something, dark to use for themselves, or using that for something to mirror back to us. This is why does Elon tell the masses that AI is dangerous, but he has companies that produce AI and robotics that he wants to sell to us? And that's a good question. It's a good question, and that's kind of like, what I'm getting at here. There's so many people too that believe that AI is the next God. You can look at there's an entire religion based on transhumanism and artificial intelligence being the next God. So they believe that there is available within AI that we see within the spiritual realm. And I would agree. And I think that's what's trying to be created. And I'm not saying AI is God. I'm saying AI seems like the archons. The archons, in my opinion, are reflective of the seven principal planets or the seven rays, which make up base reality. So they themselves, to me, have no direct, the same, something that's not, that's made, being artificial intelligence. At the end of the day, it still means that humanity has ultimately control over what we're experiencing. And I know that's probably not going to be popular with a lot of people. A lot of people want to believe that when we look at AI and whatnot, that it's AI that's controlling all this because they watch all these fucking Terminator movies and shit like that. But if we're looking at reality as itself and how it's being mirrored into lower dimensions and lower dimensional spaces, then it's not. It's still that spiritual essence. It's still that spark, that God essence that's actually controlling everything. So, think about it. You have the Archons, the governors, the rulers of the reality. They have an influence on our reality as we experience it. Remember, in the Bible, it talks about in Genesis, in the beginning, the Elohim created man in the image. Image means a phantom, a projection, an illusion. So that phantom, projection, illusion is these rays of light, or these different energies that are flowing through the prism we call the magnetic field or the firmament, that are giving place to the physical principle of man, but not are exactly the animating part of man. The animating part would be that illuminating spirit or light that we call God or spirit, that gives actual life to this. And that's why when we look at reality of the rulers, it talks about how they breathed life into Adam, but they couldn't get him to raise up off the ground because they didn't have that divine spark. These governors, these archons, these rulers of the reality. So the same thing would reflect at another level, whether we're looking at fifth generation humanity, meaning G, or we're looking at any other G of technology. When we look at AI, we're seeing a reflection of something that's already taking place. That's why it's called the Black Mirror, right? And I'm not talking about, and isn't it funny too that when we look at like practices like the Golden Dawn, and different hermetic practices, when they speak to demons, what do they use? They use an obsidian black mirror, right? You're essentially using the same thing through your cell phone, right? It's a black mirror to, in essence, reflect back, the persona of a person, which is being channeled through something like what? A YouTube, in this case, YouTube, right, is being channeled. So I am channeling my persona, which is my demonstration of my personality through the YouTube, through this black mirror we call our cell phones or our PCs or whatnot. Same thing is taking place when we look at our experiential reality. We're looking at our reality and this AI, which is machine learning. So it means it is mimicking everything to us. It's just reflecting things back to you. So you're getting a reflection back of the same thing, just on a lower dimensional vibration. It's more like in the spiritual realm, you get everything as kind of like a pure ethereal experience. So it's like spiritual, everything's more like pure, a pure manifestation of what is being experienced in our thoughts, in our frequency, in our vibration. When we look at AI, and we look at things being reflected into the physical reality, we're seeing more of a distorted, kind of lower, distorted vibrational experience of, said thoughts or frequencies that we are in fact manifesting. Yet, please smash the like button. An image and given life unto it. I think that AI is the Ahrimanic force that Steiner speaks of. Hey, I would not disagree with you. Talking about Ahriman and things like that, and I love Rudolf Steiner. I feel like Rudolf Steiner is one of the greats, one of the great minds. In fact, that in the last century too. Rudolf Steiner, Manly P. Hall. There's so many different great minds that have went to great lengths to break down, our reality and what we're experiencing. Yeah, Steiner's brilliant, absolutely. And yeah, well, that would essentially be it, though. It's like, when we look at AI, we are seeing a mirrored reflection of what we're thinking. So when you look into your AI feed and you wonder, what the ingredients are for lasagna, and all of a sudden lasagna pops up in your fucking feed, it's because you put it there. Not because there's some data mining, all powerful elite that's conspiring to control you. That may be so, but it's not how they're able to do it. It means that tool is picking up in the quantum realm the energetic vibrations or frequencies that you're giving off. So, what that also means is that you have the power to control what goes into the feeds. You have the power to control what data the systems are able. So it's like, instead of us feeling like, we're also powerless to a system and we have no ability or input into what's going on into our world today, it's like we need to look at it in a different way. We need to look at it as, no matter what dimensional level it's happening on, no matter what mirror it's being mirrored into, we're still the co-creators and we're still in charge. What I still find, and with the quantum confirmation thing, I still find that whenever I look into, let's just, and I use tarot as an example because that's one of the things I love to do in my spare time, is watch tarot and shit like that. But when I look at, my phone, I can get this positive outlook, and I can tell you just from being, lo and behold, like the shit gets shadow banned. I get strikes for shit. It's being about, any of the things that we're talking about here, do that. And just think of, did it matter if over 90%? It didn't, did it? They still went after them just the same because they knew they still had that manifestation power, whether they were consciously manifesting or not. They still knew that if they took that graphene-like substances in their body, that their spiritual antenna would be burnt out, still the same, right? We know that, graphene has magnetic properties, and what's the magnetic pole of your body, right? It's your third eye. It didn't matter. So the people that are actually pushing these technologies that we call elites, which to me couldn't be further from the truth, as far as what an elite is, the people are still pushing these technologies, understand that it doesn't matter if you're consciously manifesting or not, you're still manifesting. You still have the ability, you still have the capability to manifest, whether you're aware of you're doing it or you're not. And that's why we see our world and all of the subliminal message, the symbolism, the occult undertones and everything. And a lot of people think I'm a dark, and I've studied the occult so intensely is because I understand that it has been used, to influence the masses and manipulate the masses in such a way. And when we look at symbolism, if we look at kind of the true definition of symbolism and why magic is so effective on people. And I could, get a mirror for you and show you different sigils and things like that. I won't do that because you'll probably freak out and turn the video off. But it's because symbols actually embody an energetic archetype. So I can say a word, and I lost a few people just by saying that. It's words. Words have a limited aspect of the meaning of something, right? So I need multiple words to, in essence, explain or dictate what the vibration of something is, right? And I still can't encapsulate the entire vibration of something through my words by giving the definition of something. But if I show you the symbol of something, right? The symbol of something can't be encapsulated by words, yet it encapsulates the entirety of an energetic archetype or an energy. And that's why you see the use of symbols. That's why you see the use of symbolism, so much through the media and things like that. And a lot of people don't understand that, They think that, because we're told in the beginning was the Word and the Word was with God, blah, 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 that's the end all, be all. But all that actually means is that words give us the ability to express our thoughts between ourselves. You know, without words, there is no consciousness, is what that means. You know, and in order to express entire bodies of energy or entire meanings, or archetypes, that's why we see the use of symbolism. And that's why when you look at like computers and things like that, the use of emojis and things like that, which are encapsulating energetic or archetypical uh, energies as well. And I think also too, one of the things that is important for each and every one of us to kind of remember, as we are going about our day-to-day lives, is that everything within our lives now is collecting data, is mining data, everything. There's not just an internet of things now. There's an internet of bodies. There's an internet of, a million fucking things. Everything that you have in your life is part of this smart technology, right? So if we want to empower ourselves, and it's up to us on how we interact with said technology. It's up to us on how we interact with each other, and it's up to us on how we carry ourselves in our own energetic frequencies. That will determine what the actual future of humanity is. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that because a lot of people want to be the victim, They want to say, no, it doesn't matter. The Bible says, we have this. And it's like, well, if you think about the mark of the beast and things like that, we were made to worship the image of the beast. Well, what would the image of the beast be? If the beast is, and he who hath understanding, let him calculate the number of the beast, for it's a number of a man. 666. That's the anatomical number of a human being. So the image of a man would be what? It's AI. It's AI. That projection. Remember, we're made in the image of the sons of God, or the Elohim, okay? The governors, the rulers of the reality, the angels. We're made in the image of that. And that's us. The image of the beast. It's the image of mankind. So what's being reflected, our image, is artificial intelligence. And in essence, when we're giving all of our time and our attention, to our phones, to our computers, to our devices, that's what we're doing, is we're worshiping the image. When we're worshiping content creators and whatever else the fuck we worship on there, But we're worshiping that image. We're worshiping the image of the beast. Because the beast is the carnal number of man, the anatomical number of man. Image is confirmation is important. Loving your enemy, well, to truly love your enemy would be to truly forgive your enemy, change your enemy, give love to your enemy. So instead of projecting hate and censorship and all of this craziness that we do project onto technology and that we do project, technology, it would be to project love. Understanding, togetherness, unity. That's how we would conquer it. That's how we would overcome it. Loving them is the only way. I absolutely agree. Loving them is the only way. But it's like you can't get a lot of people to see that. We're also full of ourselves and full of our egos that we can't be told anything. Myself included, we've all went through this. And sometimes you got to be humbled. And trust me, I've been humbled in so many fucking ways. It's not even funny, y'all. I continue to get humbled each and every day. I do. And one of the most humbling things that I have experienced is seeing that whatever I'm projecting onto my device is being reflected back to me. So that means it's not just happening with me, it's happening with you too. So if this is the image of the beast, right, then we have the ability or the capability to turn this from something really ugly, distorted, negative, that's capturing our energy in some archonic, demonic way, and we can use it or utilize it as a tool to mirror back to humanity a beautiful reality. Something amazing, something that's going to be used to help us to ascend to the stars. I know a lot of people don't believe that. As a bartender in Philly, it's a challenge to stay quiet, but I'm wearing them down. Right, I understand. It is a challenge to stay quiet. It is. I battle with it every day. And we are all divine. And I feel like that's probably one of the hardest things to accept about ourselves. Because that, when we lay down at night, we know our own dirt, we know our own shortcomings, our mistakes, and we've been taught by religion that we're so sinful and ugly and, all of these things by religion that, we can't be forgiven, and, it's just not true. It's not true. Matter of fact, it's the opposite. We were born with a birthright, and the birthright is to. The only thing this world and the religions of the world has done is convinced you into throwing away your inheritance, giving away your inheritance, and telling you that you're not worthy of something that it has nothing to do with based on your works, or the person you've been, or the person you are. It's in you. That spark within you, that's what qualifies you for your inheritance, nothing else. Trust me, if there was any qualifiers for the inheritance, I'd be disqualified bigger than fuck. I promise you on that. But it has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with it. We're qualified based on the fact that we're just the children of the Creator. We're human, that's it. No other qualifying factor. Has nothing to do with how good or bad or anything else we are. We've all been destined for this inheritance. We've all been destined for beautiful and good things. We've all been destined for greatness. The fact that we act like it's some exclusive elite club, that's the stupid fucking thinking that the world wants to flip back at us, right? It's only certain people that are destined for fame and certain people that are destined for greatness. We're all destined for that. We're all destined for beauty. We're all destined for holiness. We're all destined for wealth and prosperity and whatever else you desire. Through your faith, you're healed. Not through your works, but through your faith. And your faith is believing in what's not seen. It's believing in the unseen. You believe in the cave. You don't. Tell me you don't believe Big Brother is watching you. You're a lying motherfucker. You believe in nuclear bombs, but you've never seen one drop. You believe they walked on the moon, but you've never actually seen a motherfucker step foot on the moon. You believe in all this shit, right? You believe in COVID, but that's never been isolated or proven. But yet you can't believe in the fact that you descend from the Creator, or your birthright is to be illuminated, or your birthright is to be enlightened, your birthright is to have happiness and love and all the they talk in pursuit of happiness, right? Things, because they were trying to put true illumination in those documents. They just wanted you to be able to give it away. And that's what we're doing now in society, is we're giving it away. We're giving away our birthright. We're giving away our humanity. We're giving away our holiness. We're giving away our power. We're giving away our energy. And we think that AI is some fucking evil, malevolent tool that's going to be used to control and enslave us all. Nope. Hate to tell you, the only tool that's going to be used to control and enslave you is you. Because you were stupid enough to believe that you didn't have the power to begin with. You were stupid enough to believe that anything that was created on this world could have power over you. And you can believe it or not. You can, take it or leave it. It's totally up to you. But I promise you, every bit of magic is based on what you believe, and based on our energy, and our thoughts, and what we accept and what we don't. Every bit of reality, law, we call the AI or simulation. It doesn't matter. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we are in the driver's seat, and we always have been, and we always will be. So, if we crash this car and we go down in flames, we have nobody to blame but ourselves. Because we chose that. We chose that. We chose to give power to things outside of ourselves over us. And it doesn't matter. And so many people deal with so many different things. And I'm not here to judge you or criticize you no matter what you're dealing with. Trust me. We all have our demons. But anything that we're giving power to external to us, or dominion external to us, we're choosing to do so. It isn't because it actually has that. It's because we're giving it that. It's because we're choosing to believe that. So if humanity actually chose to believe in itself, if humanity actually chose to believe in what was good and what was right, and if humanity actually chose to believe in a beautiful future and a beautiful outcome, not only would that be what was attracted through the law of attraction in the higher ethereal realms, but that would be what AI would have to reflect back to us as well, because it works on the same principle. It's a mirrored reality. It's a mirrored aspect. The only thing that has the power of creation in this bitch is you. You and me. Period. I swear to you. You can take it or leave it. You can believe it or not. So, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for joining me. If you would, please hit the like, give us a thumbs up, share this. I'm actually going to try and do a video, teaching learning session tomorrow. If you guys want to join me, we're going to be getting into a lot more deeper things on the occult. You want to donate, support. I appreciate that. PayPal, Cash App, Facebook Messenger. You can join us over on Patreon. Please share, like, subscribe, follow, and I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a good one. Peace.